The New Orleans Saints are building an offensive juggernaut, but it starts way back when in the city of brotherly love, when in 2024, the Philadelphia Eagles scored 145 points in 4 playoff games en route to a Super Bowl title. What most people remember is that they had superstars everywhere. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and one of the best offensive lines in football. What people don't remember was that at the heart of it all was offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, who has since been hired to bring over that offensive philosophy to the New Orleans Saints. And after this offseason, he's finally got the offensive personnel to put it into action. The parallels are obvious. Chris Olave and first-round pick Jordyn Tyson give New Orleans a talented wide receiver duo on the outside. Travis Etienne and Alvin Kamara provide versatility in the backfield. And then at tight end, Juwan Johnson and rookie Oscar Delp give Moore the multi-tight end flexibility that he had in Philly. And trust me, that last part is really important. The Eagles used 12 personnel, 1 running back, and 2 tight ends at one of the highest rates in football under Moore. It allowed them to stay balanced, run efficiently, and create favorable matchups in the passing game. New Orleans barely used 12 personnel last season, but trust me, that's going to change.
People know the way, this league's trending with the ability to play in multiple tight end sets, and that's a valuable asset. The value of playing in multiple tight end positions is valuable. You can see the teams that made runs this year, and a lot of them are playing in 12 and 13 personnel. And
as I've mentioned countless times on this channel, modern NFL is moving toward heavier personnel groupings. Extra tight ends help in the run game, but they also force defenses into bigger packages with more linebackers on the field. If said tight ends can catch, and your receivers can win one-on-one, aka A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, or Chris Olave and Jordyn Tyson, those looks become almost impossible to defend, and that's exactly what made Philadelphia so dangerous. It's the blueprint that Moore is trying to recreate in New Orleans. The Saints also invested heavily in the offensive line, adding David Edwards while getting Pro Bowl center Eric McCoy back healthy. On paper, this is the deepest and most complete offensive group the Saints have fielded in years. And that brings us to the biggest question. Can Tyler Shough make it all work? Shough turns 27 in September, and his maturity was on display throughout his entire rookie season. Moore trusted him with responsibilities at the line of scrimmage, and Shough consistently made smart decisions with the football. No, he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's probably not going to carry an offense through sheer talent, but that's not what this system requires. The relationship between Moore and Shough was positive in year 1, with Moore routinely making things very easy on his rookie quarterback. On this play against Carolina, there's a motion built in, which gives Shough an understanding of whether he's facing man or zone coverage. Because nobody follows Devon Bailey, the Saints quarterback knows that it's likely zone coverage. There is also a hard count, which reveals that both linebackers are blitzing, so Shough knows he needs to get the ball out quickly. These nuances to each play are important for QBs, especially rookie QBs, to gain information on the opposing defense so they understand where their answers are. So credit to Kellen Moore, as this becomes an easy pitch and catch for Shough because his coach gave him the answers to the test. From a processing standpoint, Shough was super impressive as a rookie. On this play, the Panthers look to be in cover 4, again, but they're actually in a trap 2 coverage. Bailey is going to run a slant at the bottom of the screen to gain quick yardage on 1st and 20, but JC Horn is going to jump the route, while the Panthers blitz tries to bait Shough into a quick throw so that Horn can snatch an interception. But watch how quickly Shough IDs the trap, resets his feet, and finds an answer on the other side of the field without any panic. Most young QBs would have seen off coverage pre-snap, predetermined that they were going to throw the quick slant, and then look like an absolute fool. However, Shough was not taking that bait. More often than not, Shough processes quickly, he gets the ball out on time, and he delivers accurately. The 76.5% adjusted completion rate, say that 10 times fast, ranked amongst the league's best. His average time to throw was top 10, and his turnover-worthy play rate was 4th lowest in the NFL. To me, those numbers tell the entire story. He doesn't need to be a superhero, he just needs to be a point guard like Hurts has done in Philadelphia. Distribute the football, avoid mistakes, and let the talent around you take over. I personally believe that if Shough can do that, the Saints are much closer to playoff contention than I think a lot of people realize. And I'll toot his horn a little bit. He's got sneaky good arm talent and absolutely is not afraid to throw under pressure. Kellen Moore has a proven blueprint. New Orleans spent the offseason acquiring the pieces. Now it's about putting it all together with Shough at the helm. And if everything clicks, the Saints have a legitimate chance to march to their first NFC South title since 2020.